It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for the word of the week. So let us take a look at our word of the week, which is therion. It's a noun, and it means beast. And by a beast here, we mean a wild and dangerous animal. Now, there's more to it than that, because therion is a broad term for any animal, but in the New Testament, it's largely reserved for something that's wild, dangerous, and not domesticated. So it's unlike a neutral term like zoon. Zoon is zeta, omega, omicron, nu, and it just means a living thing. So if we wanted to talk about a generic term for something that's alive but not specific and not readily identifiable, like a cow or a lion or a dog or a wolf, we could choose to use zoon. But here, if we want to make sure that we're communicating a sense of danger, of wildness, therion is a better choice. So first up, we're going to look at it used in the story of Jesus being tempted in the wilderness. This is Mark chapter 1, verse 13. All of our readings today are from the ESV with the Koine supplied. And he was in the wilderness 40 days being tempted by Satan. And he was with the wild animals, metaton therion, with the wild animals. And the angels were ministering to him. So when Jesus is alone in a wild place, in a desert place for 40 days fasting, going hungry, we're being told that he put himself in a dangerous place. And one of the elements of that danger is he's there with the wild beasts, the wild animals. Next, we'll see another animal, and its wildness, its danger is going to be communicated through our word of the week in a very interesting way. This is Paul being bitten by a snake in Acts chapter 28, verses 3 and 4. When Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and put them on the fire, a viper, echidna, the word echidna means viper, came out because of the heat and fastened on his hand. When the native people saw the creature, totherion, the beast, hanging from his hand, they said to one another, "No doubt this man is a murderer. Though he has escaped from the sea," because they had been shipwrecked, "justice has not allowed him to live." So they see that an echidna, a snake, a serpent, a viper, has bit Paul's hand. But to make sure that we understand it's not a non-venomous snake, it's not a benign snake, we're told that it's totherion. It is a beast. It's a dangerous animal. The echidna that bites Paul's hand is dangerous because it is totherion, a beast. Next, we'll see a couple from the book of Revelation. First up is chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed him. And they were given authority over a fourth of the earth to kill with sword. I said sword. To kill with sword, and with famine, and with pestilence, and by wild beasts, ton therion, of the earth. So we have horses reference here, or a horse, and the word for horse is used. But when we get to these wild beasts, we get our word of the week, ton therion, because we want to know that these are generic beasts, not a specific kind of beast, a lot of kinds of beasts, and they are dangerous. How do we know they're dangerous? Because they're being used to kill humans up to a fourth of the earth as part of the fourth seal. So let's take a look at our last verse of the day, Revelation 13:1. And I saw a beast, therion, rising out of the sea with 10 horns and 7 heads, with 10 diadems on its horns and blasphemous names on its heads. So it's a beast, but it's not a cow, it's not a dog, it's not a lion, it's not a chicken, it's not an echidna, it's not a horse, it's It is something wild and dangerous, unlike other beasts, right? It's not just an animal. It's not a zoon. It's not a living thing. It's a dangerous and frightening thing with, with 10 horns and 7 heads, right? This is not like a creature you've seen before. We want you to know. John the Revelator writes that what he saw is dangerous. It is a beast. So therion is our word of the week. It can be used in general about animals, but it's almost always in the New Testament conveying a sense of danger, of wildness, of non-domesticity. Thanks for watching. Hope that was good for you. If it was, you know what to do with all the social media type stuff, the sharing and the liking, and the feedback in the comments. And until next time, Charis Kairene Humin, grace and peace to you.